Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a very common issue once you start building pretty complex automations inside of make.com. Today I'm going to show you how to take multiple bundles from a single operation upstream and be able to manipulate that data to then use all those bundles from that single operation into a single input of a module. Alright, so what we're looking at right here is an existing automation that I have connected to an app. The app creates budgets based on multi-country trips. Someone can basically submit as many countries and legs of the trip as they want, and no matter how many countries they select, this automation can adapt to that number of countries and the data that comes with each country. And the way that I adapt to that is by taking all those legs, all the trip data, putting it through an iterator, having all that information be passed to the Array Aggregator. That Array Aggregator then puts it into a single output that I can then reference in ChatGPT. So if we look at the last run I just did, it was from a previous run. It's a new feature that make.com implemented that allows you to run previous operations instead of me going to the app, creating a new submission, and then having to do that over and over. I can just run with existing data down here. So great new upgrade by make.com. But in this run, if we go look at the trip data, I have legs that are put into 5 different collections. These are all different legs of the trip. The reason I need all of this information, all of the trip data here, is because I want to create a string of text of all the countries that the person is visiting, basically put that as a variable inside of someone's Klaviyo profile, and when I go to send them an email, I can then reference all those countries in a row. The only way I'll be able to do that is if I break each one of those trip legs down one by one, or I can just put them into a single collection here, a single array, a single collection, and pass that single collection to ChatGPT, who then creates that string for me. As you can see, here was the results. If we go look at the message, the user message that I used, output a list of the countries being visited in the requested format from the provided data. And here is all that information that was passed down because of the iteration and aggregation that I had set up. So I'll show you exactly what that looks like. I have the webhook here. I already showed you this, but it's got the initial information here and then all the legs in each collection. The iterator, all I do is I just put the trip data. So that is all that information. That's not the email, the timestamp, or those other fields here. So that's all the information basically. And then an array aggregator goes directly after. The source module is the iterator. And then you basically tag all the information you want. Trip data is the biggie that I wanted. And if we look at the output, here's what it looks like. So this was all passed down to ChatGPT to digest and output a list of the countries. And if we go to how I have this ChatGPT module set up, I basically tell exactly what to do. I give an example user prompt, how the output should look like in an assistant prompt, and then I say this. Output a list of the countries being visited in the requested format from the provided data. Do not list the origin country. And then I have that array. And as you can see, it references everything. So that is how you take a bunch of collections or bundles and pass it down into a single input. And in this case, it's passing down trip information from X amount of countries, flexible, can work with any number of countries, giving it to a GPT to then get my requested output. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, hit the chat, and I'll see you next time.